Hey guys, Nuwan here with Movie Slinger Reviews, and today we're going to talk about Alita Battle Angel. The story takes place in the 26th century, where a war that was fought a few centuries ago has left most of the earth destroyed. The super rich have left the ground long ago to live in the sky utopia Zalem, which floats above Iron City where the normal people live. People in Iron City dream of someday moving up to Zalem by winning Motorball. It's like this battle royale fight to the death played on rollerblades. Think the Running Man on rollerblades. People who compete in Motorball have augmented their bodies with various weapons and gadgets, essentially turning themselves into cyborgs. Dr. Ido runs a clinic where he does repairs for cyborgs. He's scavenging for parts in this junkyard when he finds a female cyborg head, with her brain miraculously intact. He takes it back to his clinic and gives it a new body. The cyborg wakes up the next morning with no memory of her identity or how she ended up in the junkyard. Ido names her Alita, and the story is her journey of discovery as she tries to find answers to her past while adjusting to this new life. First thing I want to say is that I loved the characters in this movie, starting with Alita played by Rosa Salazar. She was very likable and the sweetest person ever, while also being a super cyborg warrior killing machine. It's a great coming of age story, and we see her slowly piece together the memories of her past, which is very interesting to watch. And with each new piece to the puzzle, she figures out her place in this world and what she wants to do. There are some really cute moments as she's trying to learn how to live in Iron City. The part where she eats chocolate for the first time was really cute. There's a fun scene where she learns how to play motorball with some teenagers. The humor in this movie was just right. It's not a comedy and it's not too serious. It's there only when you need it and just the right amount. Christoph Waltz plays Dr. Ido, who becomes a father figure for Alita. There's a very Pinocchio Geppetto type angle to their relationship. He's very protective of her, but he also knows more about her past than he lets on. He'd rather Alita move on, but of course she's intent on digging up her past, so that creates some great drama in this father-daughter relationship. Christoph Waltz is very likable in this movie, and I'm so glad he plays the good guy here. Usually he plays the villain, but funny thing is that even when he's bad, he's still likable and funny. Kian Johnson plays Hugo, who's the love interest for Alita. They have good chemistry and Hugo takes Alita around the city, showing her around. He teaches her how to play motorball. He dreams of one day going to the Sky City, so Alita also begins to think the same way. There's a lot more to Hugo, which plays strongly into Alita's character development, but I won't spoil anything here. There's no central villain, but there's a group of them. First there's Vector played by Mahershala Ali, who runs Motorball and is pretty much like the sheriff of Iron City. He has an army of robots and cyborg mercenaries called Hunter Warriors to maintain law and order. I don't have a problem with this character, but I felt Ali was a little underutilized in this role. Although if they ever do another Blade movie, we know who to get. Jennifer Connelly plays Kyron, who's the ex-wife of Ido. They had a tragedy in their past which separated them, and now she's working for Vector, trying desperately to get back to Zalem. I like the history between her and Ido, and even though she's working for Vector, she may not be completely bad. Jackie Earle Haley plays Gravishka. He's the muscle for Vector and represents the physical threat to Alita. All of these villains work for this mysterious figure called Nova, who wants Alita dead. There's also Ajax from Deadpool playing a mercenary. He's pretty much the same douchey British villain. What I loved about these characters was that each person was complex, which makes them human and believable. Each major character had their own problems, which motivates them. There are good characters who might do questionable things, and they all have their hidden agendas, and when those clash with Alita's life, we get some great character moments. The world building was done really well. The filmmakers gradually ease you into this cyberpunk world. It never felt overwhelming, and the mysteries of the world and Alita's past unravel at a very natural pace. It was really easy to follow. I liked how the entire economy in Iron City is built on cyborg technology. Everybody wants to upgrade their bodies to win. I liked hearing about the ancient war that ravaged the earth and advanced human technology that was lost after the war. The character designs were really cool. All the cyborgs were very distinct, and the visual effects that bring them to life is amazing. It looks particularly impressive on Alita. I really appreciate the fact that James Cameron keeps pushing this technology forward. The action sequences were really fun. Of course, this is where Robert Rodriguez shines. There's some cool motorball sequences, and Alita's fight scenes were shot and edited really well. The bar fight was my favorite. It had a good mix of action and humor. It reminded me of the old Desperado movies. The only negative I can think of is the final act, which dragged on a bit too long. I won't spoil who, but a major character dies. It's a very emotional scene, and there's a sense of closure for this character, their relationship to Alita, and also for the audience. And of course, Alita tries to save this person. Now, if Alita tried and failed, that would have been the perfect ending, because this is what fuels her anger and her motivation to go after Nova. There's even a really intense scene where Alita talks to Nova, and you know it's setting up this epic confrontation for the sequel. But it doesn't end there. I was very disappointed to learn that the character that died actually survived. So I thought it can't get any worse, right? Then that character wakes up, starts walking around like an idiot, and gets killed again. I hate it when a movie kills someone and brings them back. Have the balls to kill them off. And if you do bring them back, do it for a good reason and don't kill them 5 minutes later. Not only was this annoying, but it also hurt the pacing of the movie during its climactic final act. If this character had died in the hospital bed with Alita trying to save them, that would have been perfect. Conclusion: Alita Battle Angel was a fun cyberpunk movie. The cast did a great job, especially Rosa Salazar and Christoph Waltz. The character designs for the cyborgs were colorful and imaginative. The visual effects were stunning. The world and its history was interesting, and I can't wait for the sequel to expand on this because I have so many questions. I also want to see Alita confront Nova and just see what the Sky City looks like. Robert Rodriguez did a great job. I think this is his best movie since Sin City. It had a rocky final act, but I was invested in the story and the characters until the last 10 to 15 minutes. I recommend watching this movie in the theater. It looked great in 3D too, so if you're wondering whether it's worth it, it is. So that's Alita Battle Angel. Have you watched it, and what did you think about it? Have you read the manga which inspired it? And if you have, do you like the live action version? Please leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Movie Slinger out.